Lisa. Hello, hello. Excited about our new card challenge. Hi, Mary. Oopsie, don't want to hear me twice. There we go. All right. We'll give it just another minute and we are going to get going. I hope everyone is having a nice Tuesday. I spent my morning at the DMV today. Hi, April. And that was not good. So I was very, very happy to get home and back into my craft room. That is a fiasco. My daughter got her driver's permit today and woo, that DMV needs somebody to step in there and organize things, but we made it. She passed the test and she has her permit. So we're very proud of her, very excited. So my day can only get better after that. So, all right, well, I'm ready to go. Let's get going today. All right. Happy Tuesday, everyone. I am the Wexford Stamper, Barb Reed, and today I am going to share a fun fold card with you, and then I am going to challenge you to make one yourself. Now, you don't have to make it exactly the same as I did. You can just use the basic instructions and use any paper and any stamp sets, any die cuts you like. And I'll show you, these are the two I'm going to show you today. Then I have some Christmas examples for Thursday. But this is a really, really easy, fun card to make. And it really is a wow kind of wow card. This is the one we're going to make today. And it is called a double fold gatefold card. That sounds very, very, very technical, but it's super easy. It has a belly band that wraps around the front where you put your little embellishment on the front, and then you pull that off and you open your card just like this, and you can stamp a message, you can write a note on there, whatever you like. But I just love this design. I have lots and lots of designer series paper that I'm anxious to use up, and I haven't had this one out for quite a while, so I was anxious to get my daisies back out. So we're going to go ahead and make this one. Hi, Joanne. Happy Tuesday. And then we'll talk more about the challenge at the end. Now, I'll bring in this one. This one I used the Forever Greenery. You remember that one in the annual catalog. Same thing. I really kind of stuck with the circle, the stitch circle for my front piece. And then same idea, same design on the inside. Okay. So it's really easy, but it's really a nice wow for the recipient that gets the card. So let me show you quickly the directions on how to make the card. Then I'll show you how I made it. And then I'll make sure that I post all the information on the challenge page. I'm going to make a little challenge event again like I did with the last one. And we'll be doing it for about 2 weeks, and I'll let everybody take a try if they like, and they can post their creations on that event page. All right, let's take a look here at my directions. You start with a piece of cardstock cut at 5.5 by 11. So it's a little more than half of your piece. When you cut half, it's 4 1/4. So it's 5.5 by 11. This is going to be your card base. Then you're going to have this panel, which is 4 and 5 by 5 1/4. That's the center panel that we put our sentiment on or our little note. And then from that same piece of cardstock, you're going to cut your belly band, and that's 1 inch by 11 inches is cutting the belly band. And then you have your designer series panels. So you want to do 4 panels that are cut at 2 by 5 3/8. So you have 4 of those. And then you have 2 that are cut at 1 3/8. 1 by 5 3/8. Okay, so I only have one here. I don't know where the other one blew away to, but hopefully it'll turn up by the time it's time to get to that part of the card. So I will make sure I post this on the event, the challenge event, and then you can go ahead and take all those dimensions from there. All right, here we go. We're gonna bring in our piece of cardstock. Again, this is cut at 5.5 by 11. Okay, I'm gonna grab my scoring board. Yeah, I know, this is some of my favorite paper, and we kind of used it right when the new catalog came out, and then it was just sticking out of my designer series paper stash. I said, I'm gonna bring this one out, and this is a great way to use up all that extra paper. All right, now on the long side of your paper, you're gonna score at 1 1/4 and 3 3/8. That's 3 little tick marks past the 3. Okay, then you're gonna turn it so that the other long side is at the top, and you're gonna do the same thing again. So that's 1 1/4, 3 3/8. That's it. Okay, that's all the scoring you need to do. All right, I'm gonna grab my bone folder, and I'm gonna crease all these score lines, and you'll quickly see how the design comes together. So you're gonna fold this side over and then the top flap out. Okay, same thing over here. This first fold goes in, then the second fold comes out. So you're gonna have a double fold on your gatefold. We've done gatefold cards before that were like this, but now this one gives you kind of a double. All right, and that is your design right there. And I like to go over all those lines and give them a good crease. Okay, now we're gonna take all our designer series paper pieces. Okay, and we have 4 of the larger pieces. Now these are cut again at 2 by 3 5/8. Okay, and I'm gonna take my stamp and seal, and I'm gonna go ahead and put some adhesive on the back of these panels. Now these panels are gonna go here, and then they're gonna go directly behind as well. So it's here, and then right on the back of that as well, because that's gonna be the part that shows when the card is closed, is this one here. And then when the card is open, you're gonna see this one here. So you wanna use both of those. April, the scoring board is in the Stampin' Up! Annual catalog. I don't know exactly the page, but it's in the back with the kind of the paper basics. They have the scoring board there and a couple of other paper products there. So there we go. I can give you that number if you'd like to. I'm sure Dory can help you with that too. But just look it up in the back of your catalog and you should be able to see it. Yes, if you want to make this card, those really come in handy. Now you can do your scoring with your cutter, but I like to have the board because I do a lot of 3D items as well. Okay, now we have 2 of this piece. And I don't know where my other one went. Well, I'm just going to put 1 on, okay? You're going 2 of these, okay, cut at 1 by 5 3/8. And those are going to be these little panels here that you kind of grab to open the front of the card. Okay, you're going to do that. All right, pretend there's one over here too. Here, I'll show you. I thought I cut out 2. I think I did, and I just can't find it here on my desk. So you're going to put those 2 thin panels right on the front there. And then the last thing you do for the card is you're going to bring in your 4 by 5 1/4. I know, I need to get them all to April, but I have to pace myself. I know, it's all so yummy in that catalog. But yeah, you will get so much out of your scoring board. It's wonderful. All right, so there's my inside piece. All right, so let's grab the one here that I had. So this is what I have so far. Okay, I've got my 2, 4 panels, and then I just find a coordinating color or pattern and do the 1 by 5 3/8. And that's really the whole card. Okay, now the next part is your belly band. Remember, you're going to have this piece cut out of the same paper you cut the card base. And this is 1 by 11 inches. Okay, I am going to go ahead and wrap that around my card. And all I do is I put it on the behind, laying behind, and I try to keep it about equal. And then I just fold these over to the front. I just find this is the easiest way to make a belly band rather than trying to score it. You just kind of bend it around and see how that works. And then I just add a little bit of adhesive and I just lay that belly band right there. And we don't have to worry about that little line there because that's going to be covered by our embellishment that we put on the front. So that is the base of the Fun Fold card. Now I'm going to go ahead and make my little embellishment that goes in the middle. Okay, let me show you the stamp set I used to make these. I pulled this out. This is an oldie but goodie. This is Daisy Lane, and I'm going to be using the little daisy. Thank you, Mary. I'm going to be using the little daisy image, and I use this a lot, and it's been sitting on my shelf for quite a while, so I was excited to get it back out. Okay, now what I'm going to do, I'm going to make 3 different kinds. Here, I'll bring this in. 3 different kinds of daisies, and each daisy you have to punch twice. So I'm making a white daisy, a white one that has the Daffodil Delight stamped on it, and then the crushed curry with the Daffodil Delight, just to make it like 3 different kinds of daisies. Okay, so the first one, here is my small daisy punch. And I'm going to go ahead and, ooh, there's something stuck in here. There we go. I'm just going to punch out 2 of them. There's a little piece of paper inside here. There we go. Now he'll work a lot better if I get that out. You can tell I was cutting lots and lots of daisies yesterday. Let me get it out. There we go. All right, now we're good to go. So the first 2 I'm going to cut out are just plain white. Just like that. Okay? Now the next 2, I'm going to use my stamp here with the small daisy image. And I'm going to use my Daffodil Delight and stamp it twice on the Whisper White. Okay, then I'm going to grab my punch, and you can see how they line up right inside your punch, and you can punch it out. So there is the Whisper White with the Daffodil Delight. All right, so there's our second flower. Now for the third flower, I am grabbing my crushed curry. Gonna grab the stamp again, and this time we're gonna stamp it on the crushed curry. And you're still gonna be able to see the image, but it makes the flower look very, very different. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab my daisy punch one more time. And there we go. We have our 3 daisies almost ready to go. Always remember that you want to hold it face up like that so you can see the image in there. Makes it a lot easier when you're doing your punching. All right, let's get rid of that ink before I stick my fingers in there. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to grab my Tombow, and I'm going to put my little flowers together. Now, the way you do it, you put one flower, and then the next flower you put on top, and you just rotate it a little bit so that the petals fall inside the spaces of your first one. So here's my first, and I'm going to put a dot of glue right on there, and then I'm going to rotate. You want to keep the two centers exactly on top of each other, but you rotate the petals so that the second petals fill in the spaces from the first. And then here's my last one, just the plain white. And you can also pile more. I've seen people make them very, very thick with 3 or 4 die cuts. It's whatever you like. All right, there are those 3 little daisies. I'm gonna grab my 1/4-inch circle punch, and a daisy's not a daisy, with a nice bright center. So there we go. I got those centers ready and my glue. And I'm just going to put a dot on each of those. And then I will put my little centers. That's how easy it is to make these cute little daisies. But when I pulled out that paper and I saw that daisy, I think this daisy is my favorite because I love it in combination with the mint macaron. I think that's so, so pretty. All right, now we're going to get ready here to put our front piece together. Okay, before we put those together, we're going to do our stamping here. And if you look at my final front embellishment and belly band, I used Cherished Friend. And that is from the Lovely You. These have really, really pretty sentiments. And I love the print and cursive together. This is a lovely set. So I'm going to go ahead and grab that one, Cherished Friend. And then I'm going to grab my Early Espresso. And I'm going to throw it down. Sorry. Hope I didn't wake you up. All right, stamp down on there, and there's Cherished Friend. Love that. Okay, then I'm gonna take my snips and I'm gonna cut a little banner tail right there. And there, we're ready to put it together now. Let's put my scissors away. All right, last thing here, I'm gonna go ahead and use my glue again. And I'm going to put some glue on the back of the stitch circle. This is from the Stitch Shapes, and that is the largest circle. And the scallop is from the Layering Circle dies. All right, now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put my sentiment on next. A little bit of glue on the back, and this is going to kind of go from the middle across to the right side and hang off a little bit. Okay, and now the final thing I'm gonna do is bring in all my beautiful daisies. And I like to rumple them up a little bit so they stick up. All right, and I'm gonna go ahead, take my stamp and seal and just put a little bit on the back of this one here, and he's gonna go right there. I want him to kind of cover a little bit of the banner, but I don't want it to cover the words. Okay, then I'm going to go ahead and put my white one on right here. And then my crushed curry up there. So there is my little piece that's going to go on the front of my card. I'm going to go ahead and grab some dimensionals, and I'm just going to put 3 dimensionals right here across the front of the belly band. Okay, that will be plenty of adhesive to hold our little embellishment in place. So I'm just going to lay this down in the center. And just push down in the center there. You don't want to adhere it to any part of the card because you want it to be able to slide up and down. So there's my card. Isn't that beautiful? This would be pretty for any occasion. And I'll bring in my other one that I made using the Forever Greenery. This is a wonderful set too. Love the paper in this one as well. So it's a great way to use up all your designer series paper, and it's a quick and easy card that you can make. So remember, I will post the directions, and I will be putting together, creating a challenge event on Facebook, and I will invite you all to join if you would like to try a double fold gatefold card. That's a mouthful. You'll have all the directions on that page, and you can use any paper, any set, any of your sets that you have, and any sentiment you want. So give it a try and see how you like it. Now I'll be back Thursday and I'll show you 2 that I made for Christmas cards. So that will be really, really fun as well. You could make them for special people for Christmas as well. Now, everyone that participates, remember last time I had a challenge. We gave away the beautiful sunflower box. Well, this time we have this cute little poinsettia Christmas clutch, and it opens up, and there's even a flap inside here, and yours won't be empty. Yours will have lots of goodies inside, and it closes with a magnet. So if you participate in the challenge, you will get a poinsettia Christmas clutch as a thank you for your participation. All right, so I hope you agree and would like to take part in the challenge. If you have any questions about the challenge, you can always email me or message me. And please remember, this Saturday is World Card Making Day. And Dory and I are going to have a free event that you just come on and watch, and we will show you how to make some different cards and try to inspire you to be creative and send some cards on World Card Making Day. So look in your notifications and see if you have been invited. I've tried to get out all my invites. We'd love you to join us and follow along as we create some beautiful cards and hope to inspire you to make some of your own. All right, so thank you for joining me today as I showed you the double fold gatefold card, and return again on Thursday and I'll show you some Christmas style ones. Take care and have a wonderful day. Bye now.